Okay. Hello, gamer family. Paralogues. Time to para some logs. As you'll see, if we look at all these levels, there's one that is way lower than all the rest. That's because in every other route, this is actually a part 1 paralogue. Except for Black Eagles. It's actually just not available at all in Silver Snow, actually. That's the recommended level, and we are barely above it. So, yeah. Secret Merchant. We'll do it first, because it's the easy one. Yeah. Yeah.
What to do? Not really sure I should be trusting him. But if I can make a decent profit... Hi, Professor. Overheard me mumbling about profits? See, I got a lead on a pretty big job, but I've got some concerns. Yep. Apparently, there's some priceless treasure that's been unearthed. If you can believe it, it predates the Adrestian Empire. I've been asked to secure troops for the job, but I've got to cover the cost for them. The upside is whatever we find, we get halvesies on. But there's a downside, too. Bingo. If we find nothing, I'll be eating those upfront costs. But just imagine the gold if we do find something. It's a risk I'm willing to take. This job is coming from a merchant named Paralogue. Ever heard of him? He frequents the monastery, so he must be somewhat trustworthy. Right? You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna do it. You in?
I've got a bad feeling about this.
What do you mean? Money will be raining down from the heavens. Isn't that enticing enough? I need you. Your job's gonna be to find someone who can help out. And then I'll need you on board at the excavation site. Naturally, the more treasure we dig up, the more money you get. Sound good? Your services are appreciated as always. Let's head out. Come on, we'll be rolling in gold.
Wait.
You starting a conversation? I'm confused.
I'll go. I smell blood. Anna, I sense a death about you.
Whoa.
That is the edgiest thing I think any of these characters have ever said.
I suppose it
I
would be
sense a
helpful to
death
get in
about you.
Shall we? We really hit the
I
jackpot.
am death.
Just look at all those shinies.
I am become death.
Yes.
Night.
We'll be filthy rich.
Oppenheimer.
As you say, Miss Anna. Thanks
Yeah,
to you, we
exactly,
achieved our
Seth.
goals.
Hey, Paralogue.
I haven't
What's with the
seen that
cavalry?
movie or Barbie yet.
They're here to transport the treasures.
You're just wrong, man. You gotta see both of them. You gotta see Barbie. You gotta see Barbenheimer. They're both awesome.
Yes,
They're
you have
Both
to stop worrying
fantastic. I
about it.
love. I could go
You'll see
on.
you were caught just as soon as I
You know what?
the exact
Seth?
value.
Nuh-uh.
I'm gonna talk about them
No
this
way,
video because
no
they're just
how.
that damn good.
Can't agree to that.
By the time this video is up, they're old news. They're all on video. They're all
No way
on
am I
streaming.
watching
Whatever
my
the hell.
share of the treasure
Whatever the
gallop
hell.
off into the sunset.
But
We're splitting
Barbie's
this
just a
up right
fantastic
now.
movie. Great movie by
Not
director Greta
agreeing to
Gerwig.
any other
She's
way.
great.
Whether
Oppenheimer
you agree, I'll be on my way now.
is one of my favorite
Come on,
movies
then,
of all
man.
time.
Let's go.
I absolutely adore it.
Wait!
And
Back here!
they are two of my favorite movies of
Now,
2023 by a long
Rather
shot.
than a battle.
There were a lot of great movies in 2023. Some
There
absolutely
were.
stellar movies. Guardians 3, Across the Spider-Verse, Barbie, Oppenheimer. For me, those four are, at least of what I've seen as of the recording this, are the cream of the crop. They are all absolutely incredible. Guardians 3 and Across the Spider-Verse are just more than comic book movies. They're more than superhero movies. The MCU has had a lot of mediocre schlock recently. Guardians 3 is not one of them. It's just a very well-made movie with an engaging plot, just a villain you love to hate, and just a great main cast, great music. I adore. It's a great movie. It's a great movie.
Huh.
Who's the highest level search? I'll just not take Felix, I suppose. Then Across the Spider-Verse is just a beautiful film. Looks beautiful. Feels beautiful to watch.
The wagon will be here any
Great
minute.
plot, great
Everyone,
characters,
guard the treasure until it arrives.
good music.
Do you really think
Love
you're getting
Across the
away with all that
Spider-Verse.
loot?
Across the Spider-Verse is my second favorite movie of 2023. Second only to
You may not be aware,
Well,
but I know a thing or three about magic.
Oppenheimer. Duh.
Start by magicking away this load of treasure here.
Like, obviously, I enjoyed
Who's
Indiana
gonna warp
Jones.
things away?
That is the remaining film in my
Are
top
you
5.
kidding me?
But it's
We gotta
you
put a
got
stop to Pilardo right
Oppenheimer,
now.
Across the Spider-Verse,
Otherwise, the treasure
Guardians
will be
3,
out of our
Barbie.
hands for good.
Long gap, long gap, long gap. Indiana Jones. Like, I as a huge indie fan, that movie, well, I enjoyed it thoroughly. But, again, as a huge indie fan, I can't help but say, as much as I love it, it ain't Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Ready for anything.
And the only thing that would compete with my top 4 would be Raiders of the Lost Ark. So, Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer is 3 freaking hours of dialogue. And I love every second of it. It's so much fun to watch. As I watch it, I'm just engrossed. I'm just sitting there engrossed in everything that's happening. And obviously, like, the film doesn't glorify the atomic bomb. That's important to know. If it glorified the atomic bomb as like, nukes are amazing, greatest thing ever, I don't think I'd be able to say I love the film as much, but that's not what the movie is. The movie is about Oppenheimer, not the bomb. Now, I don't want to go into too much detail because
will
Seth hasn't
prevail.
seen it yet, and I don't want to spoil the incredible movie that is Oppenheimer. But the best third of the best third of the movie is the final
Take
third.
it.
All this
The film has essentially multiple climaxes. The final climax is without a doubt my favorite of the movie. It is absolutely incredible.
Understood.
Now, I work in a movie theater, so I knew that the movie didn't end where a lot of people probably expected it to end. I already knew that. But still, I was like, okay, I'm curious to see what's going to happen after... I'm curious what's going to happen after the second act. And after the second act is the best part of the movie. Absolutely stellar. The cinematography, Cillian Murphy is amazing. Someone that I don't see getting talked about enough for her work in Oppenheimer, Emily Blunt, absolutely phenomenal. They're just, the whole cast is great. Absolutely stellar
heard-
movie.
I heard that one of the cast members of Oppenheimer might she's rumored to be cast as the live-action Rapunzel.
Yes, Florence Pugh. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we confirmed by the time this video's gone up. Hopefully not. I don't want another live-action remake. But
Once I
that's
kill
besides
you,
the point.
I'll be able to go about my business without anyone around to damage my reputation.
The Barbie's just awesome. It's a fun movie, enjoyable to watch, great art direction, great writing.
I better get out of here and check on the wagon.
Barbie's another
Everyone,
absolutely
protect the
stellar
treasure.
movie.
The wagon will be here soon.
It is my least favorite
least the
out
treasure's
of my
safe for
top
now.
4.
That said,
I'd give it an
that
easily an
wagon
8
gets
out of 10.
captured, It's over. Better hurry and take back the rest of the spoils.
Mostly because, to me, the second act isn't as amazing as the rest of the movie. It definitely drops to me in the second act before coming back for an incredible third act. Nah, still 9 out of 10 movie. Second act's my least favorite. But
What do you think?
but I'd give Oppenheimer and Across the Spider-Verse. I'd genuinely give them 10 out of 10s, honestly. Well, I'd give them
What do you think
9.5
is
out
gonna
of 10s,
be-
actually. They're not perfect. Neither of them are perfect. I'd give them 9.5s. Guardians and Barbie, I'd both give a 9, though. I love both of them. Yeah. You were gonna say something, Seth?
What do you think is going to be the more famous song, Peaches or I'm Just Ken?
It better be I'm Just Ken. It better be. I want Ryan Gosling. See, I love Oppenheimer, but I want Ryan Gosling to win. I would rather him win Best Supporting Actor over Robert Downey Jr. I also want I'm Just Ken to win over Peaches. Not even close. I love I'm Just Ken. I remember I was seeing... what was I seeing? Mission Impossible. In the trailer for Barbie that was before that was a snippet of I'm Just Ken.
We made it.
And that was like...
Finally.
When me and my dad saw that, we were like, whoa.
Leave them to us.
That's funny. That's great. But after I'd seen the movie, I was like, okay, I wish I hadn't seen that in the trailer, because I wish I didn't know about I'm Just Ken. I wish I was surprised when I heard I'm Just Ken, because that is my favorite part of the movie. Ryan Gosling's one of my favorite actors. I just love him.
I've heard a lot of really good things about the Barbie movie, like its message and stuff like that.
See, Barbie
I
is
like
great,
it.
because, well, obviously its main message has a lot of, like, female empowerment. It also has a message of you're not your partner, you're not your job, you're not your anything.
not
You
so
are
bad.
just you, which I also think is a
You're-
great message, and I think that I'd consider that's the message I took away the most. Obviously, I'm a man, and the male character is the one that mostly goes through that character arc. So obviously, that's the message I took away the most. As
Mm-hmm.
you're not your job, your girlfriend, your boyfriend. You're none of that. You're you, and you
We are
gotta.
our own Barbie.
You are just you. You're not blank and blank. You are just you. And I feel like a lot of the anti-woke crowd is just ignoring that message of the movie, because it's like, okay, sure.
I kind of try to like avoid those crowds when it comes to movies.
It's hard to. It is
Yeah.
hard to when you look at a lot of film stuff. I agree with you, Seth. I try my best to avoid them. They annoy the ever-living crap out of me. But like, because those crowds just, they don't understand. They don't have media literacy. Like, Barbie, movies are allowed to have multiple themes. And Barbie's just a great movie. It's a great movie. You know what? The more I talk about it, screw it. Guardians 3, I love you, but you're a 9 out of 10. Barbie's a 9.5. Barbie's joining the 9.5 club, actually.
She's leveled up.
Incredible movie. Incredible movie. The fact,
My understanding
the
is
two of the
complete.
best movies I've seen in a decade opened on the same day.
Yeah, we had a lot of people come buy pink shirts from us. We even like.
Yep,
As
I can tell you what
Michael-
movie that was for.
Mhm.
Right.
As Michaels, we even made a Barbie drive aisle,
Oh my god.
like every store did.
Barbie and Oppenheimer, two incredible movies. You need to see them, Seth. You need to see them.
I wonder what an Oppenheimer drive aisle would have looked like. I'm trying to picture
Lots
it,
of
but
lots
I
of
cannot.
lots of dark and dull colors, probably. Lots of grays, beiges. I unfortunately have not had the pleasure of watching Oppenheimer a second time. YouTube. I've seen Barbie 3 times now. It helps that Barbie is a 2-hour movie and Oppenheimer is a 3-hour movie. I love Oppenheimer, but dear Lord, it is long, and even if it doesn't feel painfully long while I'm watching, it is hard to plan out and be like, I'm seeing Oppenheimer at this time. It's hard to do that just because the movie's freaking long. But again, YouTube, watch the movies. I wish that we had a 70mm IMAX closer to where we live. We don't, which means I can't see Oppenheimer the way it was truly intended. I've seen it in IMAX, and I want to see it in 70mm, and if I ever have the time, there is a theater that has 70mm next to my college, so I might have to do that, because again, Oppenheimer is truly a glorious piece of
And
art.
that's a wrap. Did we take too much? As if there is such a thing. Well, what goes around comes around.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, this year's had a lot of like really big movies.
By big movies, Seth means high profile, because this movie's also had a record-breaking amount of summer flops for
Thank you
blockbusters,
so
with so many movies frickin'
That was
flopping.
time spent in vain.
No, it wasn't.
Fast X
But
is
there
weird.
were a lot of
For all the
good ones.
help.
Fast X is a weird
And
one.
just
It
look at
flopped
how much we got
statewide,
back.
but it
covered all
overperformed
our
internationally, so it actually isn't a
You'll be
flop.
rewarded
Little
handsomely.
Mermaid is a little bit the opposite. It performed fine in the US. It didn't flop in the US, but it didn't, like, blow up. But internationally, flop. Flash, flop. Elementals was we originally saw, like, oh, that's gonna bomb, but it actually ended up not being a flop. It didn't make a ton of money, but it wasn't a flop.
So if
Indy,
that
huge
guy calls
flop.
himself a merchant,
Mission Impossible,
maybe I shouldn't
huge
call
flop.
myself one. We
Blue
better
Beetle,
let
now
Hubert
as of
know
recording
about
this,
it so
it's,
we can give him
I
what
want to
for.
say it's too early, but considering I haven't even heard about Blue Beetle in over a week now, I think it's safe to call that a flop. Gran Turismo,
You're
it
so
just
right.
opened today as of recording
And
this.
he's off.
Yeah, recording this August 25th.
Well,
It's gonna flop.
I almost feel bad for Paralogue.
Five Nights at Freddy's kind of is a mixed bag. If they didn't do the dual release of theaters and streaming, it would be one of the most profitable films this year, or at least that's my guess. But it's a dual release. They're literally shooting the profitability in the head. It's not gonna flop, but it's not gonna be a massive, like, it's not gonna be a box office.
It's not going to be an
Tyrant.
Oppenheimer.
Well, you mean a Barbie. Barbie's the one that's making over $1 billion. Oppenheimer's
Yeah.
doing amazing for an R-rated movie, especially an R-rated dialogue movie. Barbie's technically the box office Tyrannosaurus Rex. FNAF
hear
had the
the
opportunity of doing that, but I don't think it's going to because they're dumbasses. And they're dual releasing it on streaming. Like, how dumb are they? That is going
Yeah.
to kill its box office. Especially since,
wonder if
as
they're
someone who
gonna,
doesn't like FNAF much these days, the movie actually doesn't look bad. Like, I'm interested. I'm going to see it. I'm going to see it
Oh, I'm going
in
to see
fucking
it, too.
theaters where you're supposed to. I'm going to say this, YouTube. If you like movies, if you like good movies, first of all, support any strikes that happen in the industry. Writers, actors, I swear to God, those better be resolved by the time this video's going up. For the sake of it.
They better be resolved by the time we join the industry.
Oh, they'll be
Really
done in
useful.
3 years, Seth. Oh, you have 2 years. They'll be done. They'll be done for us. But the sooner they're done, the better it is for the industry, as it means they can keep making movies, studios can keep making money, and with money they can keep paying writers, actors. It's all that. But if you love movies, support actors, support smaller movies. Go see A24 movies. That is one of the best things you can do for the industry. Watch those. See them. Support smaller movies. But just see movies in theaters. That is the best way to tell studios that you want to see movies. See them in theaters. See them in theaters. If something dual releases streaming in theaters, don't watch it streaming. Watch it in theaters. Buy physical media. That also helps say,
Nothing
I
like a
want
moment
to
of
watch
perfect
this.
Stillness.
I wonder, because I
Why is
heard
it preferable to have
stuff
stillness?
about the Five Nights at Freddy's movie becoming a trilogy.
Don't sneak up on me
So I
like
wonder
that.
if they're going to
If
maybe
it makes enough money.
learn
You're
from that
here too,
mistake.
Professor?
If it makes enough
What's
money.
going on?
If it doesn't
I
make
was
money,
asking
they
my
won't make a
question
sequel.
first.
Which means they're shooting
Yeah.
themselves in the
I'm
foot.
enjoying it without air that is still. Still air makes me feel better, that's all. It
Hopefully
means
they
you're in a nice,
do.
closed-off space where you can
Well,
hide.
hopefully they do if it's
Spaces
actually a
that
good
are wide
movie.
and
If it's
open
not a
and
good movie,
wonderful.
hopefully they won't
Places
make
like forests
sequels.
and oceans.
Yeah.
Guess we'll have to agree to disagree about that.
If there are
I am not
sequels,
understanding your answer,
definitely want them.
but I am
I want
appreciating your explanation.
if it does
I am
become a trilogy,
reminded.
I definitely want
I
it to
was
be about the
wanting to
first
ask if
3
you wish to be
games.
going to the forest or ocean with me.
I'm gonna say this.
What?
If they want the movies to succeed,
What part
you're
of
not
everything
gonna be
I
the
said
main
would
target
make you
audience,
think I
Seth.
wanted that?
if they
Mhm.
actually want the movie to succeed, its target's gonna be more general
Your
audience,
grandfather is in
less
trouble.
hardcore fans of
He's
FNAF.
trying to lend a
So-
soldier
Yeah.
from Bridget, but
People more like my
they can't
parents
just
or
send
even me
messengers there
are the
because they'll
target
be in
audience.
trouble if the
As a
Empire gets
hardcore
stronger.
fan, I have a feeling
You
that
are
it's
saying messengers,
gonna be
but the
more of a
truth is they are a
reboot,
threat.
and it's gonna have its
Bridget
own
has got
continuity,
no
which
power
could
to
possibly
refuse.
disappoint you.
I get it, but what does this have to do
I'd
with
honestly
me?
be fine with that because the
Professor was
Silver
asking
Eyes
this of
did
me.
that.
I was
So did
told
like the
that
other
I am
2
going to a faraway place
book
to be taking
series.
Bernie with me,
I'd be
since
fine
she's
if it
hiding
wasn't
away.
anything to do with
What?
the games. I
Professor,
think I'd
What
actually
did I do
prefer
to
that.
deserve this?
Oh, that's
Have I gone out of my room enough lately?
good thought process. I think Mario movie, is it a perfect movie? No, it isn't. But what it does perfectly is
Power.
it embodies the
Right.
spirit of the games while
Bernie,
being its own
I'm watching
thing.
this as well.
It's not like an origin
Please,
story for
join
the
me.
games. It is its
Since
own
you
thing,
put it
but it
that
still
way, Petra,
embodies the feeling
I'll think about it.
and tone
Do you
of the
really want me to
games,
go,
which is what the
Professor?
FNAF movie needs to do to succeed. Because
Yes.
it can't utilize these books upon textbooks of lore, because that's
Oh,
just going to
no.
alienate the general
What is
audience,
the point
and
of
that
going
no
to
good. Now,
Japan?
obviously, the FNAF movie is
Are
out
you
by the time you're
leading
seeing
both
this
of them to
video,
battle?
YouTube. So you're probably like, oh, yeah, insert
Figure of
FNAF
speech.
review here.
Imagine
Like,
that.
just
I
any
think-
adaptation. Adaptations either need to be a perfect adaptation or what I just said.
And I think Five Nights at Freddy's would really fail if it was a perfect adaptation of the games, because not only because it wouldn't be for, like it would only be for a specific audience.
Mhm.
The lore of the games is kind of hit or miss at quite a few times. Like
That's
it's
what
turned,
happens when you create lore just to spite people who try to put all the lore together.
yeah, it's. I'd say the game series has definitely turned more towards like sci-fi horror, which is very weird for me because that's not how the initial 4 games were. The initial 4 games were like
This is bad.
paranormal and stuff like that, and I kind of hope
In strength, the
that
enemies may
the
be
movie
limited,
goes off
but
of
I
the
am having an
paranormal
idea.
aspect.
I have been
I
hearing
agree.
that my friends are being imprisoned in the Western Stronghold.
Yeah, I definitely don't want. I'm not
We will be
exactly
taking the stronghold
sure
and releasing
if I
our
want Mike
allies.
Schmidt
Do not let loose
to
your
be like
hope.
the son of William Afton
What?
or stuff like that in this
Calling
movie.
with enemies. We should go east. Way fewer of them over there.
You're alienating me with the lore.
So William Afton is Purple Guy,
I know that.
and he's the one that like
Sally
basically
Ford.
killed them. And Michael is Mike Schmidt
Thank
from
you.
the first game. He just went by a different name.
I will prevail.
I'm awake.
It's,
More fighting.
it gets confusing at times.
You think?
Like I think we just had Five Nights at Freddy's 4 solved for us because of one of the newest books that's been released. Like,
Well, I'm sorry, did you just say FNAF 4?
yeah. And Sister Location.
I don't care about Sister Location. Sister Location sucks.
But yeah, like FNAF 4 might have just been solved, and it might not. While the story that solved it might be good, it might not be. It might not be the most desirable outcome for FNAF 4.
Is there dialogue YouTube? There probably was.
I will prevail.
I've heard people say that like the story basically says that William set some sort of experiment in his house and made Michael hallucinate the nightmare animatronics and stuff like that. Which
Oh wait, is the FNAF 4 kid the son of Purple Guy? Did you just say?
Looks like the Empire had the same idea. Let's block
okay,
the
so
road
I
and
need
cut
to
them
go
off.
into quite a bit of lore here because
Let's not.
Purple
Let's
Guy
not.
has
You're gonna
three-
break my mind,
The
Seth.
ability
You're gonna
to be
kill
seen,
me.
My grandfather.
Purple Guy has
Most people
3
will be
children.
written.
The girl who possesses Circus Baby. and
Okay, never
Sister
mind.
Loki-
Okay, this isn't gonna work,
daughter.
YouTube, because apparently, of course, the objective freaking changes when I warp her out. Of course. Thank you, game.
But yeah,
I
the
hate
crying, the crying child from FNAF 4 is also one of his children.
For the Empire.
Huh.
And the marionette is the daughter of one of the owners of the corporation.
More fighting. What's my strategy?
I think you need to play Pizzeria Simulator.
Wait, is Edelgard not the? I don't have Edelgard. Okay.
Sally forth.
Yeah. Maybe I do. Maybe I.
I do this for all of us.
That sounded like
I'll cut a bloody path.
Oh, I literally used Edelgard. I am so dumb.
I was gonna say, I thought I heard her voice.
I am so dumb.
I'm awake.
Understood.
Oh, but yeah. Adaptations.
I'll cut through.
They need to be done right.
Oh yeah, that's
You're gonna
right. I
do
know what I
right.
was gonna talk about. In regards to like the either gotta be really faithful, or just have the general tone, or even a mix of both. Like Maze Runner, the first and third ones have the general tone, feel of the books while being generally pretty faithful, and then you have the second one, which was absolute schlock. Like, God, what did they do? They're so dumb. They're dumb. They're brain dead. They're stupid.
I think a movie comparison I need to make, like I'd need to rewatch the movie and reread the book, but like Hunger Games,
I'd argue
And,
The
like,
Hunger Games is a very good adaptation.
I need to see those movies again. I only watched the first and the second one.
I
that's
don't like
it.
Mockingjay because they split it into 2 parts. I find it so... They're dialogue movies, but unlike Oppenheimer, I don't find them interesting. I do
Yeah.
like the first 2, however. But, first, if you asked me like a couple of years ago, I would have said that I preferred Catching Fire, but no, that's not true. I don't. I don't.
Catching Fire's ending was weird.
It set up the next one. It was an Avengers movie. No, like, Hunger Games is a good book adaptation. What is an awful book adaptation? I'll name you an awful book adaptation. Because here's the thing. Not all bad book adaptations are bad movies. And I actually have an example of that. Who Framed Roger Rabbit's a book adaptation. Now, most people wouldn't know that because it
I
is
did not know that.
unrecognizable.
My life is endangered.
Is it based off of
Alive.
It is a
with
book
the same
adaptation.
name, or is it-
Jaws and Jurassic Park are book
Those are
adaptations.
book
Where the book
adaptations?
is famously awful in Jaws. Forrest Gump is a book adaptation of a book that many consider to be awful and mean-spirited trash.
What was another one? I don't know about Marley and Me,
Don't know.
because I hadn't seen that movie in a long time.
Couldn't tell ya.
One
I've
step
heard
closer to victory.
mixed reviews on the City of Ember. I enjoyed
There's a
it.
movie?
Yeah, there's a movie. I enjoyed the movie. It was kind of like mixing the styles of Tim Burton and like not so dark. As in like not so gothic and stuff like that.
Interesting. The Outsiders. The movie of The Outsiders is supposed to be pretty good from what I've heard.
I feel like they should make a sequel to the City of Ember movie because there's like 3 sequels in that story.
Here's an oddball pick for a great adaptation. The Clue movie.
Would you do it with the multiple endings though?
The fact that it has multiple endings alone is what makes it a good adaptation. Which means, if you didn't know there were multiple endings, it still makes sense. Because you watch it, you're like, oh, blank and blank must have been a red herring. But then you rewatch it, it's like, wait, that's different. That's just too cool. And I think embodies the feel of the game. How it can be different. How it's a board game. Board games and games inherently are different every time you play them. So having multiple different endings, all of which work and fit, is just great. It's great. It's fantastic.
I feel like a lot of people would go see that movie because Clue's a really good board game.
Yeah, the movie's great. It's a really good movie. I love the Clue movie.
What other board game would you want to see adapted into
I wouldn't.
like a movie?
I wouldn't. I mean,
Imagine if
I don't know enough
Monopoly
board
is-
games. I mean, I don't know enough board games.
Imagine if Monopoly was brought to Hollywood.
I don't know. It's hard to say because you can get anything. Because, like, look at Barbie. It's a toy. The Lego movie. The Lego movie and Barbie are both are movies about kids' toys, and they're both phenomenal movies. So, like, with the right
Imagine they make a
with
movie
the right
about Ronald
writers,
McDonald.
any adaptation can be good. Do I think every movie in existence should be an adaptation? No, you gotta have some original ideas in there. But good adaptations are phenomenal movies. There's nothing wrong with adaptations if you have the right writers.
I wonder if they're gonna like write a movie about like Ronald McDonald or something like that.
I mean, they don't use Ronald McDonald anymore, though, so probably.
Yeah. Well, that could mean that he could become like open source material at some point. Probably not though.
Who created Ronald McDonald?
Let me see.
I hate you, game. You just ambush spawn me. I'm gonna have people die because you're a Sasquatch.
Mask.
The first person to portray Ronald, it's not the person who created him. It was Willard Scott.
Doesn't matter. Who created him, and is he dead?
Oscar Goldstein
What's
was the
my
one who created Ronald McDonald.
Is he dead yet?
Let me see.
I'm awake.
Sally Ford.
Look, YouTube, it's this man.
Is he dead or not?
I do this for all of us.
His Wikipedia page should make it pretty clear on whether he's a corpse or not.
More fighting.
Well, I'm on his Wikipedia page right now. Ronald McDonald, the Hamburger Happy Clown,
Cut a bloody path.
appeared in
Understood.
1963. I'm gonna probably assume that he is.
Even if he
Because, like,
isn't
we
dead,
heard him-
53, 50, that's 70 years ago.
Ready for anything.
Yeah.
The creator would have had to have died as soon as he created Ronald McDonald for Ronald McDonald to be in public domain as of this video's uploading, essentially. I forget, this is going up in 2024, not 2023, but you get the point.
Well, maybe someday in the future.
You know,
We'll
if I
see
kill
him
those
on
final
McDonald.
enemies, this map would probably end without all those reinforcements, so let's hecking do that. Let's hecking heck. And I don't know
If
why
they do that, they
Edelgard's
should
not-
create like a multiverse with like Burger King and stuff like that.
No. Please, don't say that. Don't give them ideas. We don't need more corporate synergism. Synergism. I can't speak, but you know what I mean, you two. We don't need more of that.
So this...
Bruh.
I just realized when Byleth says "so this is how it ends,"
What's my strategy?
they technically say "so this."
Shut up.
It's really-
Shut up. Just
For the Empire.
stop.
But that's just the theory.
No! No!
I'm just joking.
So...
Bruh. You're literally ass cheeks.
What's my strategy?
Stop dying. Now you won't get double, you Sasquatch.
For the Empire.
I'm like, jeez Louise. Bruh! You killing me, Smalls?
I must
Now,
go through.
imagine if they did a remake of that movie.
Sandlot?
Yeah.
Saw it coming.
Please don't. Please don't.
More fighting. A great
You have to have a damn good reason to remake something these days, in my opinion. You have to have a damn good reason.
I'm impressed.
Either that or be a really good writer.
I'm gonna kill myself.
I'm awake.
Sally forth.
Just, bruh.
I do this for all of
Bruh.
us.
I'm just,
I'll cut a bloody path.
I
I will
cannot.
prevail.
I cannot with this Paralogue. I can't.
Understood.
I can't. I am
Ready for
literally
anything.
a corpse.
So this...
Yeah, like, gosh. Like, gee,
Have you
I
gotten
do
to
this
see
for
the
all of us.
D&D movie yet?
I have not.
I'm
Is that one
awake.
even in theaters?
It's been out of theaters for months, even at the
I'll cut a
even at the
bloody
time
path.
of recording this. At the time of
Oh.
upload, it's like year-old news.
Huh.
I must pull through. More fighting.
Bing bong. I just want to end this map, but the game's like, no. No, this is Patrick. It's like, shut up, game. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Get out of my head. 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 Get out of my head.
Sayuri?
And into my pants.
Ready for anything.
I'm sorry, what? I didn't say anything sus.
Greatness.
You're imagining it.
For the Empire.
I don't say sus things. I'm not sus, you're sus.
Well done. All the
You're the sus machine, not me. I ain't no sussy. I ain't no sussy baka.
Who are you accusing of being sus?
You. Oh, of course. But it happened on player phase this time. Catherine, flippin' die, bruh. Oh, I can't reach you. Catherine, flippin' die, bruh.
Bridget will not become a puppet of the Empire. The Knights of Saros won't let it happen.
Bridget won't become a puppet of your mom either. Oh, boom, 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 boom. Roasted, 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 Before you ask YouTube, are you seeing the deterioration of the mental state of a man? You know it.
I can't achieve anything more here. Keep fighting. Stop them.
Yeah, YouTube, you're watching a man go insane. That man is me. I'm literally going insane, man. It's insane how insane I am. Get it? It's funny because it's funny because it is. It's funny because it's funny.
That shall do nicely.
I'm so funny. What? Just a slow deterioration of my mental state over the course of this video.
No time for accolades.
Well, every video, actually. I'm just crazy. I'm Crazy Dave from Plants vs. Zombies. Didn't you know that? I am literally planting and zombieing my nuts. I dabbed. You couldn't see it, Seth, but I dabbed. I don't care if that's so 20, like,
Follow Her Majesty's example.
20, you're dead.
I'll return the favor.
It's me. I'm cringe.
Huh.
Hi, Mom, it's
Impressive.
cringe.
I'll cut through.
Understood.
Hi, cringe, I'm cringier. Is this map almost over yet? It's weird actually having to play it. I'm already sick of having to actually play a map. I'm ready to go
What's
back
my
to not
strategy?
trying. Well, I have another video of this trash! Of having to try. There, I did the thumbnail element. Get wrecked. Get deaded. Get anal wrecked. Boom! Suck it in your pants. In case you're wondering, YouTube, next main chapter video, I'm probably going to talk about, 3 hopes. What do I need to do? Why is it not over? Oh, that schmuck of an enemy is still here. Okay. Today I learned.
I needed that.
Schmuck of an enemy still here. Let's kill it with fire. Well, actually, let's kill it with Viscum. Not with fire. Let's be more specific. Epic gamer moment. Boom. Which means this should be the end of map At dang last. I'm so ready. Yay!
Done. Now I can be meeting my grandfather. We must be moving with haste.
Finally over? Whew. All right, let's get out of here. This isn't exactly, the ideal environment for a recluse, you know.
I will be speaking with my grandfather. Once he is convinced, I will be returning. Professor, everyone, please be waiting here. Enemies may still be nearby.
Got it. We'll wait right here. And if anyone comes, the professor will handle it. Right, Professor?
We can't do supports this video. And so the video continues, YouTube. We can't do supports because we're still in the battle menu.
It may be no good for a recluse, but the forest does have its
Just
own
means
charms,
next
doesn't
video
it?
is going to have more YouTube. Get over it.
Didn't you know? I love greenery.
I didn't know.
Especially carnivorous
actually.
plants. They're my favorite. Yes, they just sit there nice and still and wait for their dinner to come to them. How great is that? And they all look so unique, too. What? Don't you think so? Oh, look! Petra's back!
Sorry to be making you wait. I have spoken with him.
It's been a long time since you've seen your grandfather, huh? How'd it go?
As is usual, my grandfather was well and strong. He was saying that he will be supporting us and giving us troops.
That's great! So we did it?
We did. You have my thanks. Ever since we were losing the war to the Empire, Bridget has been viewed as a vassal state. But with Fodlan at war, it is a chance for Bridget to be changing our situation. Our cooperation today is part of that chance. Bridget is wanting equality with Fodlan. We will be working hard to make this happen.
Yeah, gamer, gamer, gamer!
Bernie, what is it you are feeling?
You're amazing, Petra. You went all by yourself to a foreign country? You worked hard for your homeland and you achieved your goal. I'm always focused on my own problems and I barely ever get anywhere.
That is not the truth. You were fighting hard for me. You came here to be helping everyone. You were not thinking only of yourself. I am never doubting that you are working hard. We will be working together to keep moving forward to the future.
You really mean it? That's so nice!
And you were telling me about your interest in foreign vegetation. That is one reason why I wanted to be bringing you here. Did it make you happy?
It did! It was really exciting. I've got so many drawings I need to do before we head back. I might even have enough to make into a book. Yeah, I should do that. Want to help, Professor?
No, I don't want to help.
Okay, we're gonna do the Hubert-y one and do the Edelgard one next video with all the supports.
Professor, you're here. No. But while you are here, you may as well listen. I am sure you recall hearing about Kranya, Solon, and Lord Arundel. I'm investigating their true identities. I want to know their origins, their numbers, their base of operations, their plans. I want to know where they acquired their dark powers, how they disguise themselves. Many intriguing mysteries surround these people. Wouldn't you agree? I have a name for them. Those who slither in the dark.
Lord Hubert, pardon me, but Lord Arundel is at the monastery. He says he wants to discuss something with you and is waiting in the reception hall.
Speaking of, Professor, would you come along?
Hubert, I have something I must request of you.
Request? That is an unusual word choice. A request by definition can be refused. But if you have orders, Regent, I will follow them.
Such a reaction before you even hear me out. Very well. One of my subordinates was conducting experiments in the sealed forest.
No!
The demonic beast he was using ran wild.
No! I don't want to go to the sealed forest.
Situation. Take care of it.
Experiments, you say? Very well. I will set out at once. Professor, will you assist?
I will not assist.
Thank you for your support. It is a great help.
My thank you so much.
I am grateful.
I have gratitude.
Thanks so much.
Okay, first of all, get you back to that class.
Anything to grow strong.
And next, I am literally trying even less than I did the past 2 maps. Of course it's a root the enemy map. That's so bogus BS bullcrap.
My. Looks like this forest became infested with demonic beasts while we were looking. I suppose we've not a moment to lose. Not that I'm concerned for any of these people, but since there may be a reward in it for us, we may as well do what we can to rescue them. Now then, let's split up and move in to assist. It may be worth focusing your attention on those being targeted by multiple demonic beasts.
Okay, I have not played this map in a really long time, YouTube, and I hate it. I hate this map already. Like, oh wow, this is already literal schlock.
For the Empire.
Like, yikes, this is bad. This is like peak game designer, something, peak game design,
Understood.
end. Boom. Boom. I'll get that one next turn.
I will prevail.
And I'll be able to do massive damage to this chunker next turn. Probably won't be able to kill it next turn, but I'll be able to do
strategy?
massive damage to the chunker. Keep it there for now.
I do this for all of us.
Boom. And you folks. Y'all are gonna be the one that are in most trouble. Wait, so none of them have 3, okay.
Ready for anything.
Sunshine.
You can already put a weakening hole into it. The center is definitely gonna be the roughest part. Okay, and they actually do decent damage on the mages too. That's actually ridiculous.
No time for accolades.
Thank you. Yep. I'm assuming you cannot reach Shadowguard. Yeah, okay. And you can't reach that one schmuck to heal him either. Bernie, you probably deal the least amount of damage, so I probably should have you go in and yeet. Then you could probably deal an okay-ish amount of damage. Oh! How about you can kill us? And hopefully, Byleth can finish the chucker off. Or not. Hopefully Petra can finish the chucker off. Or not. You don't have anything that'll be able to kill it? No, you actually have multiple things that'll get you killed instead. Get a critical. How about you get killed instead?
Sunshine.
Now that you can't get countered, try again. Good pass everyone. Ah, crud, he actually killed the schmuck.
Sunshine.
I'm awake. Ready for anything.
There we go. There. And that mage will now survive, probably. Yeah, you're a little injured.
For the Empire.
And now I'll save that one using Edelgard. Yeah, I know, YouTube. Considering the fact that I said I didn't want to try, I'm actually trying. It's weird.
I do this for all of us.
In fact, I actually have quite mixed
What's my
opinions on
strategy?
actually trying. Because like on one hand, I don't want to. On the other hand, reward? Good, you actually did need that in order to...
beside yours.
Boom, heal that guy up. So he can take another
Understood.
hit. And then that one's
I
gonna...
will prevail.
Let's get my units down here. So the attack's down here. Where I have more of my units. Yay! Actually using strategy. I know, it's Quake way. What? Bruh! How?
Understood.
Sunshine.
Ready for anything.
Guess I'll do that.
Understood.
Because you can go finish off that flipper. Or at least gambit him. Yeah, you can kill him.
Presence is clearly not.
I'm awake.
I do this for all of us. I will prevail.
This game, this game,
Cut a bloody
man.
path.
It's literally killing me.
What's my
slowly.
strategy?
Haha, bro missed, haha, get missed all over.
For the Empire.
Oh man, you do a lot of damage. I'll let Bernadetta if she
Be
can.
careful.
Yeah. Yeah! 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 That was an 84 critical.
Amazing.
84% one crit is a lot of criticaling. She really did critical all over the place. She's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna critical all over the place. And then she criticaled all over the bad guys. I don't know what that means. I don't think I want to.
There's some good plays that you know of.
Huh?
There's some good plays that you know of.
Plays?
To be saved by
I don't know
those.
plays anymore. I only know musicals and movies.
These certainly proved useful. Go ahead and take them. Your tools, I gather. Yes, I suppose we will take them off your hands, since you asked so nicely.
Hubert, you're being so edgy. Pog! Well, next video, YouTube, will be one Paralogue and a crap ton
I'm
of
surprised at you,
supports.
Hubert, saving all of my poor subordinates. It seems gratitude is in order. Let us meet again soon.
Good riddance. What a nuisance that man is. He and his ilk must be aware of my investigation. No doubt this was all an attempt to make us believe we are powerless against them. it has only achieved the opposite effect. They are looking down on us. They think we cannot touch them, but the closer we get to them, the less true that becomes. Just look at this weaponry we received as a token of their appreciation. It would be impossible for us to manufacture such a piece with our current tools and knowledge. It is not as powerful as a relic, but it is nearly so. We will keep them close for now, while we still need their strength to rule Fodlan. Once Fodlan is united, however, the focus of this war will shift. Rather than swords clashing on the battlefield, it will be knives cutting in the darkness. Lady Edelgard's war will be over, and House Vestra's will begin. We who rule the shadows will eradicate those who slither in the dark. When that time comes, Professor, you will be quite useful to us.
Okay. Bye. 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 Bye.